This is insane. This is phenomenal. Oh my god. This video is very kindly sponsored by DistroKid. I'll be talking about them more later in the video. I don't wanna do this if you're just a ghost in the night. Hello, welcome to this video. My name's Dan, aka Lucent. I'm a music producer and a songwriter. Yes, I am. And today I'm going to be reacting to Rina Sawayama's brand new album, Hold the Girl. Let's go. Oh my god. Okay, so if you haven't been following the channel, you might not know that I am Rina's #1 fan, just saying. I discovered her through the channel thanks to you guys who voted for me to actually do this album. Sawayama, this is the deluxe gold version, just saying. And like, I was blown away. Like, you have to check that reaction out because it's like bonkers. Like during Dynasty, I'm just losing my fucking mind. And then that album kind of became a bit of a lockdown, like going out on my like kind of daily walks, you know, listening to Dynasty in particular a lot, just pure escapism. And for me, she's got a perfect blend of catchy pop, but also like something extra, this kind of artistry, messing around with harmony, messing around with over-the-top theatrics. Think Gaga. And I have become a mega fan, you know, and I've been listening to her new singles from this upcoming album so much. I haven't heard Hurricanes. Right, okay, so pre-release songs, obviously we had This Hell, Catch Me in the Air, Hold the Girl, Phantom, and then Hurricanes. I purposely didn't listen to Hurricanes because I was like, I'm going to save it for Friday. But then I accidentally heard it because I went to see Rina on Wednesday. It was like a pre-release promo gig type thing. She did Hurricanes and I was like, oh my god. And she also did another one. I thought it was called Monster. There isn't one called Monster. It's probably Frankenstein. I actually filmed a little bit of my reaction to it like at the gig. Shout out to everybody I met at the gig from the channel. Like there were actually a bunch of people there who were like, oh my god, hi, I've seen your videos. So yeah, shout out to Zan and to the others that I met. One guy literally at the end like turned around and like just saw me and went, oh. Lovely, if a little bizarre for me to meet you, but yeah, it was nice chatting to you guys. Yes, and shout out to the guys that I met who recognised me from Pret. Lol. So basically, in short, this is a very long intro. Completely excited for this album, and if the singles are anything to go by, it's going to be fucking great. Okay, but before we get started with this reaction, if you are new, then welcome to the channel. Woo! I love making music. I do lyrics, I do production. And so my perspective when it comes to these reactions is like, I'm trying to get into the artist's head. If you like that kind of thing, then make sure to check out all my videos, but also make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you are actually like a regular fan of the channel and you want to support me a little bit further, you can do on Patreon. There's like a number of tiers ranging from £1 all the way up to like 50. If you want a full album reaction, you could, you know, that's the top tier. You can do album requests, song requests. You can also get videos early and you can get them completely unedited as well. So you can see me reacting to the full length of each song. But yeah, so if you want to get all that stuff, then you can go through to the Patreon. So DistroKid is a music distribution service, so you can get your music all on streaming platforms. Particularly they do Spotify. And if you've noticed Spotify in the last couple of years, they have this thing called Spotify Canvas, which is that like video that like plays when you're listening to a song on Spotify. And DistroKid allow you to actually not only upload a Canvas video as part of your standard subscription, but you can also use their Spotify Canvas generator. Typed in fire, I've got a song coming up that's about fire, and it gives you a whole bunch of royalty-free videos that you can use in order to create your own canvas if you don't have the software or anything to make one yourself. Just having a canvas thing on your Spotify thing makes you come across far more professional. And actually, you know, we're busy creative people, and actually making ones from scratch for every single song that you do as an independent songwriter can be like a lot of work. If you want to check out DistroKid, I have a VIP link. It's in the description, but it's also coming up on screen. And if you sign up through my VIP link, then you get a 7% discount. Oh, and it helps me and helps the channel and everything as well. So it's win-win, really. Just saying. Cool. Right, let's get on to this. I cannot wait any longer. I'm going to die. I will try not to sing over the ones I already know. It's like not listening at that point. It's karaoke. Oh my god, I'm not sure I read it. I'm so excited. Okay, this is song #1. This is Minor Feelings. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, I love the ambient nature of this. Oh shit, lockdown. Oh, harmony. Oh, gorgeous.
Between the sofa and the windowsill. But I was just a child.
Wow.
Emotions that I try to hide.
We're setting up these hidden emotions coming out, aren't we?
The more bury me all my life.
Oh, wow. Oh my God. Got goosebumps already.
Breaking me down.
Oh my God.
Told me what to do. Getting to me now.
Oh my God. All these minor feelings are majorly getting to me. Oh, okay. And the rain carries on from that into Hold the Girl. I was thinking there's rain at the beginning of Hold the Girl. Oh, yes. Okay, so it's like an intro track, right? So we've got something that's really setting up. We're going to go through this album and we're going to dig in deep, you know? All these minor feelings are majorly getting to me now. It's like there's a lot of internalized pressure. There's a lot of internalized doubt that she's pushed it down for so long. And given the context of lockdowns, you know, she's like behind the plastic shield, but the plastic that has multiple meanings. But, you know, given that context, all these minor feelings are now bubbling back up because this was this period of self-reflection that we all went through. And this is her version of that. And she's thinking, it's all getting to me. I'm going to have to do something with them. Setting the stage for this emotional catharsis and this deep dive into her own trauma and her own psyche. Oh my God. Harmonically, beautiful. Really just throws you off with that really nice borrowed chord. It sets up the sound of the album. Expressive and creative harmonic choices sonically. That's the sound that she's going for, you know? Yeah, very, very exciting. God, it's great. Okay, so look at the lyrics. It also maybe feels as if like it's from the perspective of the inner child. How am I supposed to feel when you're telling me that nothing in my life is real? When you throw your words and hide behind a plastic shield, I just sit and smile. It's like this idea that like everything that she like learnt up until that point is kind of worthless because, you know, everything kind of got thrown out the window. Writing my own fairy tales, building forts between the sofa and the windowsill. I love that. Dreaming of the day I'm tall enough to save myself, but I was just a child. It's this like double meaning of being a child and being childlike, but also this like linking it to the pandemic and what we were all doing and going crazy in our homes. Like my besties, Ash and Marco, that I remember them putting on their Instagram, building forts in their room in the middle of lockdown. Like for me, I was living with my parents, and so I kind of became a teenager again. And it is this idea that you're relinking with your kind of childhood state and actually coming back to this idea of like, who am I? You know, what it takes to recognize emotions that I try to hide. The more I keep them all inside, the more they bury me alive. Yeah. If I keep repressing these things, it's gonna break me down. Okay. I'm so ready. Song number 2, Hold the Girl. Well, I'm gonna try not to sing through the whole thing, but I will sing some of it, obviously. If you want to check out my like a deep dive of this song, I did cover it in my Why You Should Be Standing Rina Sawayama video, which I'll link for you. But yeah, we're gonna listen to it now and really like get into it. Let's go. Reach inside. Embrace your inner child. Oh my God, that's what she's doing on the album cover. Oh my God. Also, she looks like a douche and I love it. Hold the girl. Ugh. I should have filmed my reaction to this originally. I'll tell you about it. I was walking down the street, listening to this, and I just went... To my younger self, been living without you. Ugh, this is such a fucking cool song. Like, it's so unexpected, and it really melds these two genres of like choral, big theatrics with garage. It's so sick. Like, who does that? Rina. So hold the girl. I wonder what the symbolism of the car is, because it does like have quite a prominent feature in this song. Ugh. Start again. Oh, so fucking good. Those backing vocals too. Oh, I do feel like with this album, she's really stepping into her artistry in such a confident way, you know. don't teach me the words I used to know. She is me and I am her. It's just so epic, I love it. What the hell do they know? Yeah, I forgot about it so long ago. So sick. It kind of all comes together in this last bit, doesn't it? It's so good. Oh. Long ago, and I am her. Hold the girl. Slay me, Rina. Oh, she's just everything, isn't she? She's everything. That song is just so great. It's just incredible. It's phenomenal. Just so unique and so inspiring to hear, you know, to kind of just like so casually mix genres and to do it in such a way that is so powerful and so meaningful. It's amazing. It's so good. I love it so much. And it's like still even now, like I've listened to it and I've listened to it a billion times and it's like so inspiring. Okay, so thematically, right, hold the girl, embracing the inner child. This is the thesis, you know. She set up in the first song. This second song is what she is trying to do with this album, which is embrace her inner child and heal. I think she calls it like reparenting. That's like a kind of therapy kind of term where you are basically giving your inner child, the kind of things that you perhaps weren't given as an actual child, you know? Yeah, and given her quite complex upbringing, I can understand why she kind of needs that, you know? It's like she's got lost along the way. On the way to adulthood, she's forgotten who she was. And she has these moments where she's like, I just want to like reinvent myself. I want to run away. I want to do something totally different. But then actually what she realizes is that rather than actually looking outward and trying to find solace in things outside of herself and starting a new life, she actually just needs to look inward. Right, cool. Let's go on to this hell. What else is there to say about this hell? Let's just have a party. Let's do some line dancing. I'm sat down, but I'm doing line dancing. This is my sat down line dancing. I need a Stetson. God. Oh, I have a hat. I'm gonna get my hat. Saw a poster on a motel. Turns out I'm going to hell. This is not the right hat. Also with headphones, not really gonna work, is it? Bulk up, but don't be riding. Busy cleansing my soul, getting ready for the light to the afterlife. Ugh. It's the devil's wearing Prada and loves a little drama. Hell is better with you. With you. Woo, 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 woo. Flame red carpet moment. What they did to Britney, to Lady Di and Whitney. For the night. I love the kind of godlike religious things going on there. I find it's hilarious. And then, wow, that's hard. Bloody Paris Hilton reference. It's so good. It's just hilarious, and I love that about it. You know. Got a ticket for two. You could just. Got my invitation. Get in line past the wine, bitch. We're going straight to hell. Oh god, I love this guitar solo as well. There's so many good guitar solos on this album already, even though I've only heard one new song so far. This hell is better with you. This hell is better with you. Oh, it's better with you. Yes, bitch. Slay. Slay. Oh my god, yeah. Basically the best song ever. The thing I like about this, and actually as part of the story of the album, right, is that like, I think a fundamental part of like healing is being able to laugh, you know? It kind of shows people and shows yourself, more importantly, that it doesn't have a hold on you. And even if it does still kind of have a hold on you, being able to laugh about it is, I feel like, is the first step in like getting past it. And so this hell represents that, You know, she sees a poster saying something like, saying you are going to hell because of who you are. And what is something that's quite serious and quite traumatic for so many, for, you know, all of us really, the LGBTs among us. To be able to take that and just completely take the piss and like do something that's so hilarious and so fun and so like, you, I don't give a shit. You have no power over me. You think that you have power over me by telling me I'm going to hell, but I don't give a shit, because actually, if we're all going to go to hell, then we're going to have a great fucking time, you know? It's just perfect. Yeah, it's fabulous and great and such a brilliant lead single and harmonically interesting. Again, I did a real deep dive on it in my previous video, so check that out. But yeah, let's go on to the next one. This is perhaps my favourite. I mean, every single song that she's released so far has been my favourite at some point. But this is Catch Me in the Air, which I adore. The story is so beautiful. Let's go. It's the thing is, listening to these songs that I've been listening to all summer, it's amping me up for the new songs. Don't you wanna see the world? And hey there, little world, are you ready for this girl? Do you dare? I just love this so much. I ran away. Oh, this was so good live. Like, this build was like so satisfying. So catch me in the air. And everyone was screaming to this song on Wednesday. It's so great. Catch me in the air, yeah, 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 yeah. And what a good hook. Oh. Made a present of our home. Oh god, that has an analogy with, oh my god, it's like double meanings there as well with the lockdown, like, oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Someone's gonna do a super cut of this video of me just going, oh, fuck me, this song. Oh, I just can't. It's so good. And I've listened to it so many times. And what an important part of this idea of holding the girl, you know, forgiving your mother for the things that you used to hold against her. Incredible. Amazing. Amazing. Like, if you don't know, like, the meaning of that song, right? The first verse is from the perspective of her mother. The second verse is the perspective of when she was younger. And the third kind of section of it is this idea of them coming together. In terms of, like, this album and, like, what she's, like, aiming for, this reparenting, to go back and see the situation from your mum's perspective, isn't that just the most healing thing in the world? You know, everybody, when they get to their 20s, you know, they start looking at who they were as a teenager and the kind of things that they maybe held against their parents. Then they start to realise, like, the sacrifices they had to make. My parents had to make big sacrifices for our family when their business was struggling. Like, my parents retrained, went into completely different careers, and that period for them was extremely difficult monetarily. We never wanted for anything, but they had to be strict on certain things. I always wanted Pokemon cards. And they would always be very, very strict because they knew that, like, spending £2.50 on a pack of Pokemon cards whenever I wanted them was not a viable option for them. You know, I mean, it taught me an important lesson about budgeting, and now, you know, as an adult, I am good with money, I think, because of them. And I think maybe, yeah, when I was a kid, I used to be like, why not? You know, my friends used to get, you know, as much as they wanted, maybe. But, like, I know now. You know, and I think that is such an important part of growing up. And by the sounds of Rina's situation, you know, she lived in an apartment with her mum. They had to rent out the other room in their apartment, in their flat, so that they could afford to live there. And they lived in the same room. So can you imagine being a teenager and living in the same bedroom as your mum and, like, not understanding why? You know, and then there's the kind of situation where it's single mother, so she obviously has all this kind of, like, she probably blamed her mum a lot for the splitting up of her parents and all that stuff. But, like, to go back and to be like, wait, actually, why? You know, let me try and figure this out from her perspective. That is the healing. And it's portrayed for us on song, not only in the lyric, but like the way in which the music rises into the chorus. It's like the weight of her childhood is being lifted off of her shoulders, and know that they can just be free to have a beautiful relationship. So beautiful. Yeah, so far we've had 3 songs already new and the one new one, and it's shaping up to be an album that is laser focused on its theme in a brilliant way. So this is song number 5. This is Forgiveness. Okay. Oh! Okay. I'm feeling a little bit Avril. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, already the chords are beautiful. Oh my god! Fuck me. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, so beautiful. F me. You know what I was saying about interesting harmony? Here we go again. Just give me a bit of the chorus, give me a bit of Avril Lavigne. Yes. Ugh. Ugh. Oh my god. This is phenomenal. Fuck. I'm chasing blue clouds because I'm chasing blue skies because I only see clouds in my eyes. Oh. Yeah. I love that she's lent into the kind of stadium pop vibes. So it's that side of her like album that I love the most, you know. That chord. Oh, fuck. It's just so powerful.
But I ain't lost.
Fabulous. Those bells. Okay, we're going to the next song. Oh my god. Fuck. That ending. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just, it's sensational. To make such a powerful song that like has such a huge kind of big climactic kind of huge stadium filler feeling, and to like it sounds like it's going to end on that like suspended moment, you know, without resolution, and then she resolves it with just a quiet like guitar, you know. It's just so unexpected and so beautiful and so perfectly done. Like it comes in at just exactly that moment, the right moment. Just fucking insane. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. This is fabulous. Forgiveness. I think it's like maybe a sense of her forgiving her parents again, you know. I'm gonna dig into the lyrics obviously, but yeah, I just get this huge sense of relief from it. Oh my god, harmonically, there was some fabulous non-diatomic harmony in there. Once again, every single song that she's done this album has that. It is the sonic blueprint of this album, and it's amazing, and like just adds such a sense of drama and such a sense of tension and such a beautiful kind of sense of catharsis. It's like I got a sense of the darkness, but when you come out of it, it's so uplifting. It's huge. And I love the waltz. To me, it kind of feels like she's holding the girl and she's dancing with her, you know. She's waltzing around the room and kind of embracing her. Let's look at the lyrics. Just when I thought I'd weathered the storm Rain starts to pour those same old tears back on my face. No escape. That is very relatable for being in your 20s. You feel like you've grown up and then like all these things start bubbling up and you're like, fuck. Ripped out the page, rewrote the play. I did away with heroes and villains and old scars from Cold Wars. That seems to be the sense of like her aim for her album. Sawayama was looking at her like family lineage, right? And really trying to understand herself. She's looking at that and thinking, at the time I thought I did understand myself, but it's still there. I'm still not quite healed. So I'm running in circles. I've been reaching dead ends. Guess I'm not over it yet. Sometimes I blame you, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I flip so fast I don't know. I'm looking for signs, for some kind of highway to letting it go. But forgiveness is a winding road. I think it's about her parents. You know, she still has these moments where she feels like she's blaming them for what happened. And sometimes she's like, no, I'm over it. And then she's not. But she's just settling and understanding in herself that she's not just a flip of a switch. She's not going to be able to heal and forgive automatically. It's going to be a long path for forgiveness, but she's on it, you know, and she's waltzing down it. Yeah, a waltz is danced in like big sweeping circles, and there's this idea that she's running in circles, going in circles, like not really being able to understand. I love that analogy. Are we nearly there yet? Oh my god, inner child. That's what you would do at the back of a car when you were a child. Maybe the car in Hold the Girl is like on the highway. She's trying to find the highway. Oh my god. Okay, God only knows, but forgiveness is a winding road. Fucking incredible lyricism. Jesus. Oh my god, I need a break. Okay, right, let's go on to the next song. This is song number 6. This is Holy, in brackets, Till You Let Me Go. Cool. I like that sound. Nice. Maybe this is about religion. Well, I mean, it's called Holy, right? Very dark. I'm ready to dance. Oh, yeah. Wow. It's very gothic. Yeah, I suppose it's that kind of gothic religion kind of thing. Slamming, I love it. It's like a rave in a cathedral. Oh. Amazing. This is going to be great live, this one. That's a really effective chorus, isn't it? Very different though. It's kind of come in without actually any vocals. Like the lead is the piano and the response is the vocal. Found the reason I lost my religion. I'm holy till you let me go. It's just like kind of going back to kind of the new metal of like Shut the Fuck Up and those songs on the first album. I can imagine it being on the soundtrack for Van Helsing. The bell. Very foreboding. Is that her mum? Oof. Nice, very cool. That was really cool. That was very gothic, very horror vibes, wasn't it? Like, really felt so theatrical. I am adoring the level of theatrics in this album. I feel like pop in the last few years has got very like downbeat. I feel like I get a lot more kind of euphoria from the kind of theatrics, you know, of Gaga, for instance. And Rina is like doing this so eloquently. Like there was so much in that first album as well that really had this, but she's really honed this kind of her theatrical nature and really is managing to meld it with this sense of purpose and looking inside. And this song really does have that. Sounds like a movie song, and it's talking about religion, it's talking about being holy, and it sounds like it could be in a cathedral, you know, like a rock concert in a cathedral. It's that kind of sense. Like all those things kind of match up with the lyric and everything. It's really, really clever. Let's look at the lyrics. The church bells are very foreboding. Always makes me think of like Muppet Christmas Carol. References. Heavenly, that was me. A vision at 17. Loves to read, loves to dream. I guess she's talking about being religious as a child, as a teenager. You saw a light starting to shine, wanted it only for your eyes. She's talking about, I think, the church at large, the organised side of religion. It's very like painting this villain picture of the church, you know, older and wise. Like, it sounds like an old, like a pastor or a vicar, you know, that kind of person. I was innocent when you said I was evil. I took your stones and I built a cathedral. Found my peace when I lost my religion. All these years I wished I was different, but oh no, now I know I'm holy until you let me go. She was abandoned by the religion, and so she's abandoned the religion in turn. You know, you told me I was evil for presumably like her identifying as pansexual, bisexual. Yeah. And I took the stones. I love that. I took the stones and I built the cathedral. It's similar to the I built a castle out of all the bricks you threw at me, Taylor's lyric. The religious idea of stoning, and being like, you know, that person who was being stoned, and oh my God, which is dark as fuck, right? And then using those stones to actually build her own cathedral. I love that. That's really, really, really good. She built herself back up after she decided to let go of Christianity. It's like this idea that like the morals of Christianity are all well and good, but she ended up holding on to the shame of it. I really love the lyrics of that one. That one really is like so clever in the way that she's built up the layers of metaphor. Okay, let's go on to the next one. This is Your Age. This sounds like a shamisen. It's like a traditional Japanese instrument. You play it like this with a little plucky thing. Amazing. Fabulous. What great production. This is cool. Oh. Nice. I survived the social suicide. I love that she's embracing the metal side of like her artistry still, you know, but it feels like much more fluid, you know. Love that. It's very like that kind of late 90s metal stuff. Love it. Nice.
You fuck with my life.
Wow. This is cool as fuck. She's letting out the demons here, I think. She manages to so fluidly go from like stadium pop and metal, like in a really like, if it gels, you know, really, really brilliantly. Even more so than the previous album, I think. Amazing. That was very cool. That dry bit where it was all kind of like a wash and her vocal was in the background and suddenly there was nothing and it was like she was right there was like so surprising and so cool. I think that like, yeah, genre wise, like I think the kind of rock metal elements in the pre-release singles for this album, it seemed like that was kind of gone, but like it's clear to see that it's still part of her artistry, but it just feels like it's a lot more like congruous, is that the right word? And I think this is the anger. These last two songs are the anger, you know, and it is the stages of like getting over things, realization, humor, forgiveness for her parents in the past, anger, and she's using metal to represent that. Not a secret, not a problem, not a symptom or a cure, not a villain, not a mistake, not in the eyes of God, not a weakness, not a failure, not a savior. Again, it seems to be relating to religion and stuff, and kind of angrily like shouting out against this idea that like people who are LGBT plus are evil or wrong or going to hell. I'm a number you can never divide. She's prime. You crossed the line by multiplying the lies. Maths! I survived the social suicide. Decisions were not mine. You closed me off. A jail personified. Yeah, I survived the social suicide. You know, that wasn't something that she had control over. She wasn't allowed to be herself within the church, so she let go of it. Because now that I'm your age, I can't imagine. Why did you do it? What the hell were you thinking? Something happened, maybe in the context of the church. Maybe there was an abusive situation. Because I'm not a secret and I'm not a problem. Why did you do it? What the hell were you thinking? So she's reached the age of the person who fucked with her life. And she's saying, who the fuck do you think you are to do this? You know, now I'm your age. Like, maybe I thought growing up, maybe I would understand, but I don't. There might be some really heavy shit going on in that song that we don't know about. Oh, it's banjo. Well, there you go. I thought it was a shamisen. Sounds like a shamisen. Right, okay, let's go on to the next one. This is Imagining. Ooh. Oh, cool sounds. I'm coming back to the noughties. Nah. Coping mechanisms. Ugh. This is a very different sound. Again. Whoa. This is definitely more towards the hyperpop side of it, isn't it? Wow. Wow. This is definitely like, I could hear Charlie XCX featuring on this song, you know? Where's the drop? I think she's still processing anger in this song, right? Love this breakdown. Nice. Maybe like I'm not gonna imagine that I fit in, but imagining a better future. Maybe that's what she's going for. It does really remind me of Charlie, actually. Wow. That one's a lot more production heavy. Maybe that's the idea. You know, she's kind of hidden under the imagining, you know, like the fake thing, and like her voice is kind of hidden within the production. Imagining. It reminds me of there's a hyperpop song that I'm completely forgetting about that has a similar kind of riff. She's definitely leaning towards that side in that song with the production and everything, which is quite cool. And maybe, yeah, like thematically she's using that genre again to tell the story of imagination. You know, didn't mean to lose my precious mind today. I don't know if Mercury's in retrograde. Am I okay? Nah. The Mercury in retrograde, that's like maybe looking at a horoscope to maybe try and understand why she's woken up on the wrong side of the bed. I know I do this to myself, it's damaging. So I guess imagining is like catastrophizing, like there's this like anxiety spiral that she's on. Maybe it makes her feel like she's going back, that she's not actually kind of making progress in terms of her like therapy and getting better and all that kinds of stuff. It's a winding road, like we said. It's gonna be up and down, and I think that it's important to have all of these kind of shades within the album to kind of show the full journey, you know? And I like that she's representing that anxiety by like going more towards like hyperpop. It's very cool. Let's have a look at the next one. This is Frankenstein. So I might have heard this one at the gig, and if so, it's the one that has Block Party on the drums, which is quite cool. Let's go. This is so different. Sounds very Frankenstein. She's kind of really toying with these kind of gothic stylings, isn't she? Very cool. Wow. Pulling herself back together. Whoa. Nice. I'm ready for this to go off. Yeah. Maybe like making like a version of herself that is palatable to other people. Yes. Okay, yes. I don't want to be a monster, but I could be. Yes, she's really torn apart, isn't she?
I was doing fine till I watched the poison blossom.
Yeah. Opening herself, tearing herself apart for therapy, and then putting herself back together. Yeah. I love those like little flourishes there. The kind of stretching sounds are really cool. Almost sounds like you're being zipped back up together, you know. The drums are so sick. I don't want to be a monster. I love like the dichotomy there, you know, the kind of like contradiction of saying I'll be Frankenstein but I don't want to be a monster. It's very clever. Oh yes. Oh my god, the drums! Oh! I mean, of course, if you're gonna get like a feature like that to do the drums, like you're gonna give them a section at the end, aren't you? Like, shit. Oh, Drums amazing. I don't wanna be a monster anymore. I love that actually. That as a riff kind of feels like this kind of gothic like and I guess it's in harmonic minor and everything as well, so it kind of gives it that kind of like element of horror movie soundtrack vibe, but it doesn't sound like a horror movie soundtrack. It sounds like a fucking like rock song. You know, really does kind of take you back to that kind of era. Yeah, I guess Block Party is the reference. Not that I know them very well, but yes, okay, I'm going to put in a clip of me listening to this at the gig. Go! Yeah, I must say actually at the gig it was really cool because the energy that song creates is so cool live, and I cannot wait to see her when I see her again, because I'm seeing her when she comes back to London again, obviously when she does like the full set with the full thing, whatever. That's gonna be great. Let's have a look at the lyrics. Put me together, thread and needle, so I'm like other people without all the evil. I'm trying to be normal, but trauma is immortal, and none of this is your fault. So who's she singing to? She's telling somebody, I need you to put me back together. Yeah, so it feels like, I'm not 100% sure who she's singing to. It could be family, could be a loved one, could be her therapist. Like, that's kind of the idea that I'm getting. But like, she's kind of saying, you know, through this journey of therapy, she's torn herself apart. And I think at this point she's feeling like, how am I gonna put myself back together? I need somebody to stitch me back together because I feel like a monster. I feel like I'm unhinged and create this Frankenstein. I need to come back together as a person who is healed. Amazing. I love all the levels of the metaphor. That's really, really cleverly done. And I love how the music kind of really does feel like that kind of sense of like Frankenstein horror. Let's go on to the next one. The next song is Hurricanes. I heard it at the gig. Again, I was saving it, but I heard it at the gig. But obviously, like, I couldn't really hear it properly, so let's go. Wind, of course. Nice. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, okay. I love that melody movement there. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is insane. So good. Oh, this is so magical. This is so good. It feels like the song is like whipping up into a storm, doesn't it? So sick. It really feels like we're going to like just euphoric, like early noughties pop rock. That is such a good hook. Me. Rina Sawayama, you are just stunning. Oh. Wow. Oh. Love it. This is so good. Oh. This is so stunning. It's absolutely euphoric. And the wind. Oh, so good. It is just absolutely euphoric. What she's doing with these songs is just so uplifting, captivating. It's huge music, huge, and it just takes you up. It just sweeps you up. Okay, we're gonna go for a metaphor. It sweeps you up in the wind, and you're lifted. You're flying in the fucking sky with this song, and it's just doesn't let you go. It's so good. It's so good, and I adore how like she's not only doing these amazing songs, but there's this real intimate personal journey that she's sharing with us at the same time. It's like the absolute cross section of my favorite music and everything I love about music. It's just the best album of the year, obviously. I feel like it's going to become one of my favorite albums of all time, and I haven't even listened to the last 3 songs. Well, I have listened to Phantom. It's insane. And after those songs that really were quite angry, it feels like she's managed to pull it back and she's found this sense of healing and euphoria. And this is where I think the album is going right towards the conclusion. We're in the final act. April showers finally making way for warmer weather, but yet I still feel the same, doing yoga just to feel untethered, but my mind keeps running away. This seems to be like, again, like lockdown, you know, literally March, April, May was the first lockdown, and suddenly it was like, you know, things were starting to get better and you still felt it wasn't quite there, was it? And we were still feeling, and like obviously for the next year and a half it was still like that. I was doing yoga in lockdown, trying to do it every day, again for the same reasons, but also like in terms of this level of her like feeling like she's processed a lot of the anger and the pain and yet still feeling like she's not healed, you know. Chasing hurricanes because I can't feel the rain, I second guess my pain because I've been walking around in chains, so won't you give me a sign if you're really there, because I've been lost inside waiting on a prayer until I find your door, until the wind blows north. I'm running into hurricanes. Wow. There's a sense of self-destruction in it as well, isn't there? Or I'm a cyclone, I'm spinning, crashed through the floor, don't give me heaven, I'm flying. Maybe it's like a sense of like searching for hope again, and I feel like this is her really admitting to herself that she's not completely healed and that it's a journey, and that she's like asking for help, isn't she? She's running into the hurricanes, like trying to find a sense of hope and a sense of meaning in the chaos. Oh my God. Okay, let's go on to the next one. This is song number 11. This is Send My Love to John. The wind continues. Okay, guitar. Sounds like a western.
Left my mother to go after the American dream.
Okay.
Threw away my name.
Interesting.
Wanted was for you to have a better chance.
I'm not sure what perspective this is from.
But that was never who you were. Sorry for the things I've done, trying to protect you. I was wrong.
I love how this is written.
To John.
I wonder what the story is behind this song, because this is very different, isn't it? I love the kind of, she's going back to this country thing, which is a strange influence for this album.
But instead I hid behind the Bible. But all you needed was my love. For the things I've done,
beautiful.
Send my love to John.
Ooh, gorgeous. Father, you know, apologizing for leaving his son and his family.
Send my love to John.
Sounds like a western. It's so good. An interesting like way to take the story of the album. For me, it's almost like she's taking the like role of a father who's left the mother and the son on their own, this son called John, and it sounds like she's on the phone to the mother, actually just apologizing for everything he's done. Unexpected, but beautifully done, actually. I really loved the kind of old western feeling, like with the wind going across the desert thing. It really felt like she was in a saloon telling this story, you know. Let's have a look at the lyrics. Crossed the border on the summer of 73, left my mother to go after the American dream. All I ever wanted was for you to have a better chance, to go to college, find a good girl that you take to a dance. Pictured you with her, but that was never who you were. I'm assuming John is gay. I'm sorry for all the things I've done, and misguided love to my only son, trying to protect you, but I guess I was wrong. So send my love to John. Yeah, okay. This is a parent who didn't support their gay child. Saw the way the kids treated you every day. Also, so he hasn't left them. I should have blamed them, but instead I hid behind the Bible's rules. Prayed to God above. All you needed was my love. Wow. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I see that he takes care of you from the food he makes. He's there for you in all the ways I never was, because this son has now found a partner who will actually look after him in the way that the father never did. And this idea that he's singing to John but isn't actually in contact with John, because he's saying, send my love to John. Like he's talking to, maybe the mother or something, because John apparently doesn't want to have anything to do with him. Oh, wow. That is stunning. And I think in terms of like referencing her own trauma and stuff, it seems to be that like maybe she wanted to tell like a fictional story in order to maybe contextualize like how maybe she felt about the way in which her sexuality was not accepted, Beautiful. Beautiful. Love that. Okay, let's listen to the penultimate song. This is Phantom. I have heard this a lot. I love it, but let's go. I think this is the realization, isn't it? Once upon a time. Oh, world. I love the melody in this. It's so gorgeous. Trust away. I don't wanna do this if you're just a ghost in the night. Phantom. She's really realising what she lost and what she needs to find. First time I heard this, I thought maybe she was singing to her parents again. But I think she's singing to the inner child, singing to herself. Oh God, in the context of the album, isn't this so beautiful? I need to find my inner child again and embrace them. How can you hold a ghost? Oh my God. The void that you left me with, my phantom. I love that through this whole album she's been trying to discover what it is that she's missing, and now she realizes that it's herself, She just needs, and she's singing to that self of the past that she let go, and she's saying sorry. Wow. I just love how, even though I've heard this song particularly, just the context of it just gives it so much more meaning, And it's a real testament to, the power that a full album has and how it can really tell you a story, Just so special, beautifully written. The melodies and everything are so stunning. The verses are so gorgeous in the way that they kind of set up the build. We have this waltzing 3/4 thing again, and now she really is dancing with the inner child, and she's saying to them, I am sorry. The melody is just so stunning, na 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 na. Just to start on that note is so delicate and beautiful. And as a kind of thesis for the album, it does feel like she's, she's come through this huge journey, really bringing up all the demons. She's felt all these different ways. She's had to learn to forgive. She's had to learn to let go. She's had to learn to embrace the anger and accept those feelings. And now she's come to this realization that she can't continue to push everything down. She just needs to embrace who she is and who she was as a child, and really to become a full human being, she needs to let go of all that stuff and actually just be who she's meant to be. And this song brings that all together. Okay, before we go into the final song, if you have made it this far and you haven't yet subscribed, then make sure to do so. Yeah, obviously you're liking it, so. And if you want to support me even further, you can do on Patreon. Links in the description. Right, let's do this. The last song. This is To Be Alive. I'm not sure I'm ready. I love all the ambient sampling in the background. Flowers, pretty when they're dying. Blue skies, is there behind the rain. Yeah. She's found the hope again. Oh my God, gorgeous. I know Oh my god, I'm ready for this finale. What she's learned. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Oh, she's feeling the full essence of her being, you know. She's not holding anything back. She's not pushing anything down. Oh my god. Ugh. Ugh. I love where it's gone, the drums. We've got a little bit more garagey. Like, it feels like it links to Hold the Girl, doesn't it, you know? Nice. This is the thesis, isn't it? This is the album summed up at the end. Prisoner to my bedroom walls, the inner child trapped within their bedroom. God, she does these euphoric moments so well. It's insane. Her voice as well, Jesus Christ. So powerful. Feels like she's let it all out and she's free. It's freedom, isn't it, this song? Freedom from the trauma, you know? Amazing. How phenomenal is that? My god, what a way to finish it. I finally know what it feels like to be alive. Isn't that just like such a kind of like bare statement? You know, it's very brave to kind of admit, you know, to yourself and to the world that, like, up until this point you've been going through the motions, you know, that you haven't really been living truthfully. And I just feel like at this point, you know, right at the end of the album, it just feels like it just sums it up so beautifully, and it sums up her journey so incredibly well, and just puts it so simply. You know, now I finally actually know what it feels like to be alive, to not be living within the constraints of my bedroom walls. You know, the metaphor of the bedroom walls being restrictions for her inner child, and now she's realized that she needs to embrace the inner child, to hold the girl, and to almost merge those two things, merge the child and merge the adult, to become a whole being who is alive, you know, and actually feels like they're living their truth. It's astronomical. And she does these euphoric moments so incredibly well, and it just feels like, as a finale song, it just perfects the entire story, encapsulated within, you know, this, like, bookends it so astonishingly well. It's just so good. It's gonna be such a long video to edit. I need a wee, and then I'm gonna sum up the album. So album of the year so far, yeah. Like, easily for me. I just feel like the whole album was like, it sets up this idea that she's going through therapy, that she's gonna look inward, and she's gonna discover the reasons why up to this point she hasn't been able to be happy, and she's going to really tear that apart, lay it all bare for us to hear, including, like, you know, the ups, the downs, and tell us kind of what she's learned and how she's managed to come from it. And it just feels like such a kind of perfect, like, album, you know. It tells you this complete story. It's not just like a snapshot of what that person was feeling at that point where they made that album, which is, you know, fine, but it feels like it's got a vision. I feel like it's been thought through, and I feel like it accomplishes that astonishingly well in so many ways, and takes you on this, like, absolutely euphoric journey of healing and understanding and self-acceptance. It's so wonderful and so inspiring, like, and it's just so exciting. I just love it so much. Yeah, it's definitely the best album of the year so far for me, and I'm so excited to really just, like, understand it on the next level and listen to it a billion times. And I think my favourite songs, among as well as the singles, because I adored all the singles, Hurricanes, yeah, Forgiveness, definitely, Minor Feelings, Send My Love to John was actually really lovely, even though it was a little bit different, and To Be Alive. So that's, like, my favourite songs and most of the album. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. I've enjoyed listening to this album, fuck. I mean, I knew it was going to be good, and I have not been let down at all. At all. It's beautiful. I love it. And I just love all the, as much as I listen to the pre-release singles, like, loads, it feels like having them in context of the album elevates them to another level. And that shows that it's not just a collection of songs, you know, it's not an album as a collection of songs, it's an album because it's an album, You know, this is a story, and to tell the full story is to understand exactly what the songs mean. You know, inspiring, incredible, harmony, like amazing, melodies, stunning, her voice, amazing, production, inspiring, wonderful, insane, and it just all comes together. Cool. I hope you like that. I'd love to hear what you think. Obviously, that's what I love about the channel, is the communication with everybody watching, and like being able to kind of hear everybody's opinions on these albums too. So make sure to leave a comment, make sure to leave a like, and yeah, make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. Before we go, a shout out to my patrons. Their names are all appearing on screen now. Thank you so much for supporting me and supporting the channel and allowing me to do what I love to do, which is listen to and make music for a living. Make sure to come back next week for my Motomami Plus reaction. Cool. Lovely. Right, I will see you soon for another video. Cool. Bye.